Welcome to the 2024 Premier Sports Officials Association Umpire Meeting. Right here on this beginning page is our Google QR code to take you to our Timeout with PSOA YouTube channel. So when you get a chance, part of our practice this year is posting daily rules questions, daily shorts, and weekly training tapes on our YouTube channel, Timeout with PSOA, for coaches, players, umpires, and spectators. So please take time to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, so we know what you are wanting throughout the season. This is our agenda, Team PSOA, the third team. So our theme this year is trying to build a culture of team mentality, just like we would have as a player or as a coach or as a fan. There are steps to join a team, there are steps to be part of the team, and then there are steps to excel and move to the next level on that team while doing the role that team needs you to do. And that's what we're going to go over in this preseason meeting today. So our meeting goals: share Team PSOA culture. All right. We have a very educated culture. We have a foundation of support culture, and we want to share that culture with anybody looking to become an umpire. If you believe in the culture that we share with you today, our next goal of this meeting is to have you join Team PSOA, and that's by simply filling out a QR code Google form. Then you'll be placed on a team with an assigner. Our third goal is to give motivation, incentive. Why should I go to practice? Why should I become a better umpire? The fourth goal: our main communication hub is arbitersports.com. We want all umpires, coaches watching this preseason meeting know how to use arbitersports.com for those communication purposes. And then our last goal is give a guide to all umpires of how to develop your schedule of what you are looking for. There's a lot of different reasons people umpire. And we want to give you a guidance of using our system, our resources, to get what you are looking for. So umpire standards: as umpires, we are all independent contractors. It's very important to understand the two huge ramifications with this. The first one is taxes. All right, so every single year we have to file taxes. As a sports official, we do not have taxes taken out of our game fees. So we have to then report all of our income, but then there's so much deductions we're able to do as an independent contractor. So people ask, why don't we take taxes out of our game fees? Well, it actually benefits us not to take taxes out of our game fees because of all the deductions that go into being an umpire, being an independent contractor. You need a phone to communicate with partners, coaches. You need internet to access arbitersports.com and Timeout with PSOA YouTube for education and Ump App for education. You need uniform and equipment. You need to drive to and from games, so that's mileage. You have dues, you have insurance, you have dry cleaning. You want to talk to whoever does prepare your taxes and ask them, I'm an independent contractor, what can I deduct from my game fees that I earned last year? If you do not have an accountant, this is the one that Premier Sports Officials Association uses. Feel free to call Dustin, feel free to email Dustin, and let him know you're with PSOA. I'm confident he'll take care of you. The second part as an independent contractor is insurance. Right? A lot of people have their own insurance through family, through business. This is not primary insurance. This is secondary insurance. So if you do get injured, during a sporting contest and your primary insurance runs out, now you have the secondary insurance to cover whatever is left. If you do have an unsporting behavior situation that turns into a legal matter, all right, and National Association of Sports Officials, NASO, they have specialists who are lawyers who are going to be able to represent you. The positive of NASO covers every sport, every level in America. If you're a high school umpire, if you're a college umpire, there is insurance for those specific levels and those specific games. NASO covers everything. So as an independent contractor, if you do join PSOA, we say, do you agree to our standards and our expectations and understand that you're an independent contractor? This is the main point with that, taxes and insurance. So part of our culture, before you fill out the QR code to join our team, we want to make sure that you agree with what we expect from our teammates. So number one, we expect everybody to complete the QR code, the Google form. Yes, I want to be part of PSOA. I agree to the terms. We want to make sure all umpires match their teammates. Just like when baseball players and softball players are out there playing games, they all have the same top on. They have the same pants. They have the same belt. Shoes, that could be different. Batting gloves, that could be different. We have unique optional equipment in uniform, but the required uniform has to be the same. Next, practice. Players have to practice ground balls, fly balls, throwing, pitching, catching, stealing. We have to practice rules, mechanics, signals, seeing plays, reacting to plays. So our practices are on YouTube channel. Our practices are rules meetings on Sundays before the season and on Mondays during the season. Teams typically scrimmage. They scrimmage themselves. They scrimmage another team. We have scrimmages as umpires, weather bearing, March 2nd, 3rd, 9th, and 10th down at Premier Sports Village in Bellevue. So we are creating a culture of support. If you're new, we want to get you on games with our leadership team there to help you. It's a safe environment, no anxiety. The other thing with the scrimmages is you get to see pitches. So if you're a returning umpire, you're able to take pitches to train your eyes once again and work on timing. And then the last standard is you create your schedule. And once you join a team and you get your schedule from your coach, you now have to play out your schedule. All right, so it's a contract, it's a commitment, just like a player joins a select baseball team, makes a high school team. The coach gives you the schedule. You are making adjustments in your life schedule to commit to your schedule. And in our culture, you get to pick your schedule. The schedule isn't told to you, and we want you to have freedom to pick the schedule that fits what you're looking for. So during our preseason meetings, we had Jason Ford talk about preventing surprises. I'm going to show you later on how to download this PowerPoint, and if you click on these two links, it's a 24-minute video explaining how you can prevent surprises and everything Jason says you should do. The main reason you should do it, because it benefits you as the umpire. All right, so I'll briefly go through the main 4 toolkit that Jason talks about, but please take time out on our YouTube channel to watch the 24-minute training video that will be released later on in March. But when you follow these 4 tools, be a great communicator. When you communicate by using the information in arbitersports.com, date, time, level, location. Coach, I'm going to be at Boyd Park at 5:30 on May 3rd in 2023. Looking forward to work to your game. That coach, I got an umpire. Relaxed. All right, so be a great communicator. Here's what the email looks like. All right, so he copy and pasted the Boyd Park Baseball Select 13, 6 o'clock, May 3rd. That's a copy and paste. This is a copy and paste. And the only thing he has to change every time is his partner's name. Great communication. Tool number 2, to benefit yourself: travel planning and punctuality. Know when rush hour is in Omaha. Go to Google to make sure there's no accident before you leave your home or workplace, because there might be an alternate route. All right, so travel, that planning. Punctual. When you arrive on site, we always plan 30 minutes prior. Now, does life happen? Yeah. You might get there 15 minutes prior. But when you get there, check in with the coach. Again, guess what that coach does? Our umpire has arrived. Takes away stress. The less stress people have going into a game, players, coaches, fans, umpires, the more enjoyable it is. Stress on humans is when frustration happens, when unsporting behavior happens. Let's benefit ourselves by travel planning, not being rushed to the field, by punctuality, checking in with the coach. They're relaxed. Everyone's happy. Tool number 3, look great. All right. We as humans give respect, and we as humans earn respect. You are given respect as a sports official. You have the courage to show up to a ball diamond and manage a game, call balls and strikes. Yes, it looks easy, but we all know physically and mentally it's not easy. All right? When you look great in uniform, now players, now coaches, now spectators, they give you respect. Just like we would give respect of a Marine. All right? If we see one person in street clothes and that very same person in a Marine uniform, in our head, we are giving different level of respects based on that uniform. So take pride in your uniform. It feels so good to earn that respect before you even called that first pitch. Tool number 4, have a routine at the site. All right, so I will get to a site. I will take some type of rule situation and have a conversation with my partner. I will go to timeout with PSOA. I will go to Ump App. I'll review one rule every single time. I then get my undergarments on. I do my stretching routine. I then put on my protective gear, put my clothes over my protective gear, and now I have a routine. My routine is exactly the same every single time. Rules, conversation, undergarments, stretch, protective gear, uniform, let's go play ball. All right. And I hold this to my partners as well. I want them to communicate and participate in the rule conversation. I want them to stretch and get ready and warmed up because I don't want them to get hurt during the game. All right. So I model and I explain to my partner what I'm doing, and feel free to share that plan with me. So remember, these 4 tools, when done properly and every single time, it benefits us as the umpire. All right, so prevent the surprises and do what we are asked to do. Another person that spoke was Arthur Daniels about positive communication. We do have a video on that, just like Jason Ford. That video will be out in March. All right, but positive communication examples. We will be doing a plate meeting every single game 5 minutes prior to the game. Coaches, Arthur Daniels, happy to be here today. Have them introduce themselves. Home coach, you want to take us around the field. Visiting coach, any questions about the ground rules? Confirm what level and what rules the games are going to be used in that game that day. Get out your stopwatch, get out your timer, whatever you're using for the time limit. Make sure both coaches understand what the start time is, and that start time starts after that plate meeting. Another positive thing you could do, game time's at 6, plate meetings at 5:55. Plate meetings over at 5:58. I will tell the coaches I'm going to start the game at 6 o'clock, game clock at 6 o'clock. 2 minutes, is that really a big difference? It is in the coach's head. That's positive communication. All right. So use your words in a positive way. Use your body language in a positive way. It's going to go very far. Ball strike communication. Use the catcher. Catcher's your best friend. ball in, ball out. No signals, all voice. Be positive with the catcher. Another trick I'll say, hey, Susan, do you want that pitch to be called a strike against you when you're batting? No, you're right, Sean. Thanks. Boom, positive. All right. Judgment conference with coaches. If a coach would like an explanation for your judgment, after the play is over, you remind the coach, Coach, call time. I'm going to award time. Baseball, in 2024, we are going to hammer. Coaches conference happens at the runner's lane or halfway mark between first and home and third and home. The coach is going to go to the baseline. They're going to remain in foul territory. Whoever the calling umpire is then comes over to the coach. We want to use positive communication. The most positive thing you could do to a human being is let them talk and listen. All right, coach, time. You have a question on a judgment call. What's your question? Let them ask the question. After that, as an umpire, in my judgment, I had this. And connect that judgment with a rule reference. In my judgment, I had the tag applied when the runner was off the bag. In my judgment, I did not have the runner beat the ball to the bag. Now, you're given your judgment. They can't argue your judgment by rule, and you're connecting it to a rule. Then the next type of positive communication is rule interpretation. Same exact thing. Coach is going to call time, go to the respective fair foul line. Umpire then will meet the coach in fair territory while the coach is in foul territory. Coach, what's your rule question? All right, coach, by rule, when it's not the first play by an infielder, when a thrown ball leaves the field of play, it's a two-base award. So what happened on this play, the third baseman threw to the second baseman. That's the first play by the infielder. That runner was safe at second base. The second baseman then threw the ball out of play, and at that time of the throw, we had runner at second and then a runner not achieving first base yet. So by rule, it's a two-base award from the time of throw. Second base, two-base award is home. Home plate, two-base award is second base. And then you move on. All right, so it's clear and it's professional and people understand what you are talking about and they trust what you're talking about. That is positive. And then handling unsporting behavior in a positive way. No negative threats. Don't put coaches or yourself in a box. So we have ignore, look, warn, eject. So you will hear comments every single game about a judgment. It's okay. It happens. One time, we're good. Now it's happening consistently. You're going to look at the coach. Coach, I heard you. I'm giving the information to your catcher. I'm giving the information to your players. Hey, coach, if you want to, in between innings, ask a question, feel free. But I heard you. That's the look. Now it continues. Warn. When we warn, we are calling time when we are bringing attention to the behavior. When doing this, step away from the coach. Give the coach a team warning. It's not, you are warned. No, don't attack. Coach, here's your team warning. If anybody continues to argue judgment calls, they're at risk of ejecting themselves. So it's not you or stop it. It's not aggressive. The facial expressions are very important as well. Positive facial expressions, very factual warning. If your team continues to argue judgment calls, you're at risk of ejecting yourself. Please stop. Thank you. Play ball. And then eject. All right. If we do the first three steps properly, we should never get to the eject. But if a coach or player does continue, time, walk away from the player coach you're ejecting, turn away from the player and coach you're ejection, do the ejection signal, and walk away. There is nothing else positive that's going to come out of that situation. So the best positive thing you could do is eject, because their behavior earned that ejection, and walking away is going to stop. Partners come in and walk that coach and or player out of the field. Okay, so again, we're going to do a lot more positive communication training in the preseason meetings, and we'll post Arthur Daniels' magic words and guidance as well on our YouTube channel. So this year, part of our culture is recognition. All right, we as an association need to recognize great efforts on and off the field. So we're going to start it this year, 2023. Our PSOA recognition, we're going to recognize 2 sports officials. One is Sports Official of the Year, and then the other one is the Umpire of the Year. So what we did as assigners, we got together and we said, first, what's the criteria? So here's the 7 comments or criteria we came up with. Dedicates time to develop themselves. Whether it's Ump App, whether it's attending meetings, whether it's going to advanced clinics that we, PSOA, offer, or our partner associations offer. So dedicates time to develop themselves. Selfless and gives to others. So when they're working with partners, they're given information, they're given tips, they're given tricks. They're helping others. And we're not even only talking about sports, but life. One great thing about our family is we always talk about PSOA family too. We want to help and give to others. Third, team player. So this umpire or sports official might have a game 2 miles away from their house, but there's a conflict or there's a turn back. And now I'm going to call this umpire, hey, this is what happened. Can you go 30 miles away from your house? We need your level, your expertise on this game. Or we have this umpire who doesn't have transportation. They could work your game. You do have transportation. You could work this game. So it might not be the best assignment for them, but is what is best for the team in that moment. Positive communicator in tough situations. We deal with tough situations all the time as sports officials, and our umpire of the year, sports official of the year, they never go down that bad road. All right, they stay positive. We get feedback when a sports official is on this contest. Man, I'm glad you're here. Coaches give us that all the time as assigners. Assigners, this is a big one for us. We see those names available and we're excited. We're excited because they're professional. We're excited because they're educated. We're excited because they're going to say yes to the assignment. So another criteria. And the last one, communicates what the players and coaches do throughout a contest efficiently. So that's the mechanics. That's the signals. We said in the meetings, number 1 through 7, has it anything to do with judgment? And the answer is no. We do want sports officials to get calls right. We like to get correct judgment. But to be a great sports official, it is all the intangibles that we could control. All right, so with no further ado, our sports official of the year is Jason Ford. This is another reason why I strongly suggest listening to Preventing Surprises training video when it comes out, because you are going to learn from our 2023 Sports Official of the Year tricks, tips, hints of everything that makes Jason successful as a sports official. And everything he does and everything he tells the stories on, it benefits us as sports officials, and at the end of the day, it benefits the fans, players, and coaches. So please take time to listen to Sports Official of the Year Jason Ford's talk, because it's going to benefit not only you, most importantly you, but also everybody you serve. The Umpire of the Year from 2023 is Arthur Daniels. Those who have been around Arthur, those who have worked with Arthur, once you have your first interaction with Arthur, you're going to understand, I want to work with Arthur again. I want to work with Arthur every single game. All right, because he just makes those around him calm, relaxed, positive. All right, so when we release that video, just take a look and listen to just his tone and rate of speech, and that is his trick. All right, so Umpire of the Year, Arthur Daniels. Sports Official of the Year, Jason Ford. When you see them, congratulate them, and use what they are giving, because they could only keep what they could give away. So use what they are giving away to put yourself in a position to be recognized throughout this season and then in the 2025 preseason meetings. Some more recognition, 100 Game Club. So these are the umpires last year, baseball and softball, that worked 100 games or more. All right, so I called it the $6,000 club because on average, 100 games, $60 a game, $6,000. Some games get paid more, some games get paid less. All these umpires did work well over 100 games. So thank you if your name is on this list. We appreciate your hard work. One thing about umpiring, 80% of the games are actually umpired by 10% of our umpires. So this is pretty much the 10%. Hopefully we have a larger 10% this year because we do have more games to umpire this year. So if you are a challenge bug, be recognized for working the 100 games during the 2024 season. After learning about the PSOA culture and our team standards, our team expectations, it is my hope that you want to join Team PSOA. All right, and now this is where we're going to now start comparing everything we do as an umpire as any other team that we're going to service. So the first thing parents and or players have to do, they have to join an organization and join a team. This QR code is how you join Team PSOA. You take out your phone, take out your camera, just scan over the QR code. It's going to take you to a Google form. If for some reason you do not get to the Google form, you can email myself and I will send you the direct link to the Google form. When you're filling this Google form out, you're going to have your name, your full mailing address. Please put your street number, street name, city, state, and zip code. That is important for arbitersports.com. Your cell phone number is the number we're looking for. Very important. And then you're going to get into what level of membership are you looking for. So we have 4 levels this year. Level 1 is umpire membership, $50. That gets you access into arbitersports.com. That's going to get you a hat. That's going to get you to self-assign baseball and softball. $50. It's an investment of $50 to make us up to $12,000, $15,000. Pretty good return on an investment. Second one is full umpire membership. This is the one I really recommend for all of our umpires. And the difference between the umpire membership, full membership, is Ump App. It's our online education course, which I'll show here in a little bit. But it gives you access to education, information. So when stuff happens in a game, you could go right after the game. You could use this new search tool. Did I get it right? I got it wrong. Hey, coach, this is the rule, right? Or preseason, you complete the full course, and now you're going to prevent those tough situations because you have given the time and effort to get educated. So if you're going back and forth between 50 and 75, really, when we go over the Ump App, really think, man, I hear all the time, being screamed at, yelled at is not worth $70 a game. I just quit. I'm done. But if you're given the education, you take the education, you're not going to have that unsporting behavior. All right. So for additional $25, you are going to save so much stress, anxiety, and people yelling at you, just like a player. All right. We always say to our players, you cheat yourself, you cheat your team. If you don't do the 10 push-ups, you only do 8. All right. You didn't do the expectations. You didn't go the extra mile. You're not going to have that success on the field as a player. Okay, so strongly recommend Ump App, $75 membership. The next level is full PSOA. And what we mean by full PSOA, we do football, we do basketball, we do volleyball as well. So all of those sports have their own registration and own dues. If you do the baseball, softball, umpire, and you do those three other sports, you're going to save $90. Okay, so you're covered with everything. And you are also added to Ump App. All right, so $25 today is going to save you from paying the football dues, save you from paying the volleyball dues, save you from paying the basketball dues. And the last one, this is a new one this year, PSOA certified membership. This is not mandatory for new umpires. That's not what this is intended for. This certified membership, dues are paid for all sports. We're going to add you to Ump App education course. We are looking to offer a high-level class, consider it a college course, to develop a leadership team. And it goes back to the more you learn, the more you earn. And really, you're going to earn not only monetarily, money-wise, but really, we're looking for the internal motivators who earning is helping others, and I feel satisfied helping others. All right, so that's our certified membership. It is going to be a college level course to be part of our leadership team of how I could earn in so many more ways besides money, to give to the community of umpires, coaches, players, and spectators. First course went phenomenal. We have seats open February 5th, and we have seats open Monday, March 4th. It's 4 o'clock to 9 o'clock at Tactical 88. If you fill out the QR code, you're like, yes, I want to be part of this leadership team. I want to give more to earn more. This is your class. I will send you the registration information and have you part of our leadership team. So just a little breakdown. $50 gets you hat, access to Arbiter Sports, and self-assign. $75 gets you education Ump App. $100 all sports, no more dues paid, and then leadership team with the certified course. It's a college level course to allow you to give back more. Due payments options. All right, you can write a check to PSOA at our future meetings. You could have cash at future meetings. You could Venmo this Venmo username, or you could put in the Google form, I want it to be taken out of the PSOA game fees paid by PSOA. I'm flexible. I'm easy. We, as an association, have invested already about $15,000 into this baseball season. None of the dues goes to any assigner, goes to myself as an individual. Every single penny that is paid in dues goes back to sports officials. Our advanced clinics, our on-field clinics that we offer, our hats, Arbiter Sports, office supplies. So I hope this is not a hurdle, and if it is, when you start working games, we'll just take it out of the game fees. No questions, no problems. You made the team. We are a no-cut program. All right, so Premier Sports Officials Association, you fill out that QR code. We will not cut you. You are accepted. All right, so the next thing we need to do is get our teammates the required uniform. We need all officials to have the required uniform so we match. Just like players need to match, we need to match. So baseball, we have a black umpire shirt. All umpires we have get black. Can you get more? Absolutely. There's cream, there's Carolina blue, there's red, there's pink. All right, but when you're working with multiple umpires, hey, what color shirt do you have? We need all umpires to have black. Softball, new umpire shirts this year. Brandon Sure will have them. We're all going to start with black. Red is an option as well. All right, but all umpires are going to be asked, get the USSSA black umpire shirt. Next one. This is baseball and softball. Charcoal gray umpire pants. Heather gray pants are no longer. They're gone. Now, if you have old heather gray pants and you're working solo, can you wear them? Yes, you can. Absolutely. But when you're working with a partner, we want you matching your partner. So we always get new umpires, the combo charcoal gray pants. And we go combo because it's cost effective. You could wear it on the bases, you could wear it behind the plate, and the shin guards fit underneath it. Majority black base shoes. All right, so does it have to be all black? No. Does it have to be one brand? No. Just majority black so you don't stand out. Black belt, black ball bag, indicator, brush. Chest protector, must. Does it have to be an advanced umpire chest protector? Not in the beginning. All right, but you have to have a chest protector. If you're doing rec, baseball, rec, softball, you can use what catchers use. That's going to protect you enough. Leg guards, face mask, and cup and strap. So those are the required equipment that you need, just like players need their required uniform. Optional. Some players like to wear batting gloves. Some players like to wear sliding gloves. Some players like to wear different undergarments to protect from hit by pitches. We could do that as umpires. All right, so thermal jackets. One thing that we know in Nebraska, we have crazy weather. First game could be starting at 42 degrees, nice and chilly. By the time 3 o'clock in the afternoon rolls around, it could be 92 degrees. All right, so the first game you're in a thermal jacket, the rest of the day you're in a short sleeve shirt. When you are uncomfortable because of the weather elements, it affects your umpiring. So this is why I recommend getting a thermal jacket. Baseball, Carolina blue shirt is the next preferred shirt when you're working with partners with two shirts. USSSA fast pitch softball, the red shirt is the second shirt. If you get a foul ball, and this could be 10 and under rec baseball, if you get a foul ball that hits you just the right way, that cracks your toenail, you're on dusty, dirty fields, that dirt gets into your toe gets infected. Now you have a doctor bill more than plate shoes. So if you plan on working quite a few games, or if you have the financials to get plate shoes, get it. You're actually going to save money in the long haul by preventing injury. Prevention is the best way to stay healthy. Long sleeve shirts. So some umpires don't like wearing thermals behind the plate, so they wear a long sleeve shirt because underneath it they're going to have cold gear. We have PSOA undershirts. We have PSOA jackets always available at our meetings. The jackets are $30. The shirts are $20. Again, it's an optional equipment uniform. You match the team while saying, yes, I'm with PSOA. And then an additional hat. So part of the dues, you get a hat. Some umpires want a base hat. Some umpires want a plate hat. You can purchase additional hats for $20 at our meetings. Standards. All right, so as a coach, we give you a uniform. There is a standard how I expect my team to wear a uniform. I don't allow my select baseball team to wear their hats backwards at practice, at games. All right, we as umpires, we don't want to wear our hat backwards. All right, if you are an umpire says, well, these PSOA hats, they're 6-stitch, 8-stitch, and they just keep coming off when my mask comes off. All right, I need to instruct you at an on-field training clinic how to properly wear a mask, because the hats are made to be worn forward, and when our mask is worn properly, the hat stays on. Next one, shirt tucked in. Players have to have their shirts tucked in because of a hit by pitch. All right. If that shirt is out, it's going to affect judgment calls. We as umpires, we have it tucked in for that respect. All right. We need to look the part. And when we don't look the part, we lose that respect, we lose that trust. So it benefits you to keep your shirt tucked in. Wrinkle free, have it folded. Don't just ball it up, throw it in your car the next day. swipe it out and put it on. Again, help yourself receive the benefit of respect and trust. Wrinkle-free, clean uniform. Shoes, clean them. First impressions make a huge difference. Yes, it's going to be dusty fields. Yes, they're going to get dirty right away. Clean your shoes every single game. Just water. You don't have to have scrubbing bubbles. Water from your tap water will be just sufficient. And the last one is wear the hat/patch for the game that matches game assignments. So if you're working a PSOA select baseball game, wear the PSOA hat. When you're working NSAA Legion for another group, wear that Legion hat, wear that other group's hat. If you're working USSSA softball assigned by PSOA, you have two options. You could use USSSA hat, you could use a PSOA hat. Match your partner. All right, so everybody who's a part of PSOA gets a PSOA hat, so we could all match there when we're working PSOA games. If you're working Legion, NSAA, USSSA, and you have matching hats, you could wear those hats. If you're working another group's assignments, respect that group. Don't wear a PSOA hat on that group's assignments. Vice versa, don't wear that group's hat on PSOA assignments. Be professional, be respectful, be part of our team. Just like if I were to be a guest player on another team, I would change my uniform, I would change my hat to match that team. Now that we know what the uniform is, where do we get it? All right. So we have equipment order forms. All right. If you need help purchasing equipment, especially as a new umpire, we will purchase the equipment for you. As you start working games, half the game fee goes to you, the other half goes towards your equipment. So sometimes equipment I want the required, and I need the thermal, I want the plate shoes, I want to be safe. Well, that bill could be $350. We will invest in you because we know you are going to invest into our group and the game. If you have that money and you could invest in your own equipment, purchaseofficials.com. When you check out, put in PSOA24 as a discount code, and you're going to get a discount off. Free shipping plus the discount. Throughout the season, if you're like, oh man, my indicator broke, I need an indicator right now today. These are the two local stores that we know they have stock throughout the season for a shirt, for pants, for indicator, brush, mask, shin guards, chest protector. So if something breaks, you need it now, you could go to Primetime Sports, Hoff Sporting Goods. We want to help any way we possibly can to avoid finances to be the only hurdle why you can't umpire. If finance is the only reason you can't umpire, we will help you. Half the game fee goes to you, half the game fees goes to the assistants. It's 0% interest, and everybody wins. Number 3, practices. Right? Our practice, our ground balls, our playing catch, our fly balls, our BP is rules meetings, is Ump App course. All right, so here's our rules meetings that are set 100% for sure. February 4th, 18th, 25th, Westside High School, room 271. 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock, we have Nathan Hall, professional umpire, running those rules meetings. It's going to be a mixture of rules all at once, meeting to meeting, going over batter rules, runner rules, pitcher rules, game management. But our real goal is not to just say, hey, this is the rule, but just like a player, hey, when you get a ground ball, in this situation, throw it to first. In this situation, throw it to second. In this situation, throw it to third. All right, so this is interference. But in this situation, this is the call. In this situation, this is the call. In this situation, you might not have a call. And we're going to teach the rule, teach the situations, and then how to signal and communicate what the rule has us do. So that's our real intent with these practices. Not only what it is, why it is, and how to enforce it as it is. Next practice is Ump App course. So very important with this Ump App course, you have to use this website to get to our Ump App. So if you just go to umpapp.com, it's going to ask you for $50. Do not pay that $50. Your account that is created is specifically for this website. So I'm going to end this show, and I am going to go to this website so everyone knows what it looks like. All right, when you get into this PSOA Ump app, you want to go to the baseball umpire course. If you sign up as a softball umpire, you're going to have the softball umpire course. Then also NFHS test is available for all umpires. So I'm just going to go into the baseball run right now. What we ask all umpires to complete when we get into the ranking system that are in Ump App is Umpire 101. So once you complete this test, you have reached a rank level that you have total control over to earn more money. All right, so as we go through this, I'm just going to pick a random dead ball strike. So we have a video.
Welcome to Ump App.
And then we have an explanation. So this is examples of what you're going to get.
Misses the ball, and the ball hits the batter.
So not only do you get the video, you get the question and you get the rule. All right, and a huge bonus this year with Ump App. At the very top, it has a search bar. So if we go hidden ball trick, boom, here's all the training videos for hidden ball trick. If we go awards, all right, here's the base awards section. So it's a lot more user-friendly this year when you're searching for a specific rule. So again, going back, what level of membership should I get? I hope and I pray to benefit you, most importantly, coaches, players, and spectators. Secondly, you take advantage of this Ump App course. Do not pay $50 to Ump App. Registered as a level of umpire with PSOA. You are going to be then sent to PSOA Ump App via this web page. Continuing with our practices, umpire rules. All right, this PowerPoint is posted in arbitersports.com, which we will show you how to get to them. Just by clicking these links, you're going to get the USSSA baseball rules, USSSA softball rules, original baseball rules. If you want to print them out, you could print them out. They're PDF files. What I recommend is download them to your phone. If you truly have a real protest, go to your car, pull up your rule book, Control F to find the rule, bring the rule reference back to the field. In between games, if you weren't sure if you got a call right, or look it up in between games, go back to the field. Hey, coach, according to Rule 7.12, this is what we called, and this is the rule why we called it. If you register high school, Iowa or Nebraska, they send you rule book, case book, mechanics manual. If you register American Legion baseball in Nebraska, they'll send you an OBR rule book, American Legion rule book. In arbitersports.com, we're going to show you numerous of educational material we have posted from previous years and will be updated as we have meetings this year. Another form of practice we have. This is rules practice. Mechanics signal practices. All right, so on-field umpire training sessions, March 2nd, 3rd, 9th, and 10th at Premier Sports Village in Bellevue. Once we see how the weather is, once we get the team schedule out, we are then going to say, umpires, this are the game times. Come on out to the scrimmages. Come on out to the training sessions. If those 4 dates don't work for you, that's great. We also work with Elkhorn Athletics. We work with UBA. We work with Keystone Little League. We work with Millard United. We go out and help train their local umpires. And as we go out and train their local umpires, hey, new PSOA umpires, come on out. This fulfills your requirement to change your rank, and it's 2 hours in length. Our foundation of umpiring. Let's say you're coming into the season late. You're watching this video in June, and you want to work College World Series games. Awesome. Great. New this year, we are going to have training sessions using live friendly games. So whether it's recreational baseball or softball, select baseball or softball, that it's a friendly game, not part of a tournament. It is assigned by PSOA because one umpire has to be out there. But hey, this umpire is part of our leadership team. This umpire then will work with this new umpire. That new umpire will work the plate one game, base the other game. That leadership team member is going to give observation feedback, contact me after the game. Hey, Sean, this umpire belongs at this level or this level based on this and this. Sweet. Now you get to start working for pay the very next day. All right. Again, we need players to practice before just throwing in game situations. We need umpires to practice before just throwing them out there in game situations. So more practices is rules discussions. I consider this private lessons. All right, so if you're looking to move up as an umpire, if you're looking to move up as a softball, baseball player to high school, to college, you're going to have private lessons with an expert. This is what our Monday night practices are for. We'll typically get together for 2 hours. I will talk on one topic for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then what we ask umpires in attendance to do is bring back situations that they had during the last 2 weeks. Did you get the call right? Did you communicate it right? Did you manage the situation right? What could we have done as a crew to prevent this escalation? These are our private lessons that are completely open to all of our members. Another great thing about these umpire private lesson meetings, we will have them open on our YouTube live channel. The one restriction is it's going to be hard for you to share and get direct feedback of your specific situation if you're not in the room. But you get to hear other people situations, rules, and learn from them. So if you're looking to advance, or you're just looking to be the best recreational umpire you can and enjoy it, this is the private lessons we offer at no additional cost. Again, if I sign my son or daughter up for private lessons, it's about $60 an hour. Our private lessons, completely free, because we know we get the benefit as a team, knowing that we're more prepared for our partners, for our coaches, fans, and players. Number 4, you meet your coach. All right, so here are our PSOA coaches, aka assigners. My team is going to consist of umpires looking to work high school, are registered high school, are looking to work college, who are registered college. All right, so that's going to be my team. And just a heads up, if you are on my team, I am also going to be asking you to give back to new umpires. All right, so just because you want to work high school and college, there might be times, hey, it might be 1 or 2 select games, or it might be, I don't want to work it, but I would love to go just watch umpires and give feedback. Sweet. Matt Krause will be working with a bunch of select baseball umpires. He will also be on our staff full-time for football, for volleyball, for basketball. All right, so Matt Krause is a year-round coach and assigner for us. Jeff Kopetsky will be baseball select. Tom Henricks will be baseball select. Jared Swan does both baseball and softball. All right, and since he does umpire both sports, we have him working with those umpires who work both baseball and softball, because there's a lot of balance of schedule and how to communicate with baseball signers and softball signers. So what we did, we created a team, baseball, softball, with Jared. And then if you're softball only, Corey Bremer is going to be your coach. At any time, if you want to email all the assigners, you want to use this PSOA at premiersportsofficials.com. All right, but we should have all umpires/players contacted by your coach by the beginning of March. If you're joining PSOA after this season has begun, once you are assigned to a team, that assigner will be in contact with you within that week. So get to know your coach, create a relationship with your coach, and just like any other team, do what your coach asks you to do, and you're going to have great success on that team. Our umpire game opportunities, this is what we're projecting this year. So summer college baseball, we'll have 400 games between the Mink League and Independence League. High school baseball and American Legion baseball in Nebraska and Iowa, expecting 900 games. Select baseball, 9,000 games. Baseball rec, 700 games. USSSA fast pitch softball tournaments, 3,600 games. And softball rec, 400 games. So a lot of games. All right, number 5. You're on the team. You're attending practices. Where are you going to hit in the batting order? What's the coach going to put you as? Number 1, number 2, number 9, number 14. The great thing about being a PSOA umpire, you get to control your batting order. Okay, so if you're watching this from Michigan, from Florida, from New York, and you're coming to Omaha, Nebraska for the College World Series, your rank is going to be 500. Yes, we know you work baseball or softball locally in your neck of the woods in America. You're coming to Omaha, Nebraska for this awesome College World Series event, and you're helping us in the morning and afternoon, and you're going to go to a game at night. All right, so you have a 500 rank. You're going to be on my team. We're going to get you on games. 400 rank. Any new umpire, and when we say new umpire, we're not talking about an umpire who's been umpiring 8 years, took a break to coach, and came back to umpiring. That's not where we're going to start you. All right. New umpires are, I've never umpired before. I am getting my uniform and equipment for the very first time. We are going to start you at a 400 rank, and you want to know what? It is a lot of time to practice. It might not fit your schedule to do the on-field trainings right away, to complete the Ump App right away. So let's get you in recreational games where those environments are different. They're just happy to be there, and they're developing motor skills, they're developing teamwork, and it's not as aggressive and competitive. That's $40 to $45 per game. All right, now you're like, all right, I got this. I got some confidence, and I just want to see if I could work select baseball, select softball. Sweet. We're going to change your rank to 350. We're going to allow you to be umpire 1 on 8U and 12U select games. So umpire 1 does not mean you work the base every single time. Umpire 1 means we are going to have you with an umpire who has a higher rank to help support you, to help give you foundation, to help develop you. So you are still going to get on recreational games $40 to $45. But now when you're umpire 1 and you're working 8U and 12U select baseball and softball with a veteran umpire, that veteran umpire is going to get paid more because they are doing more to manage the game and doing more to teach you. So now you're going to get a pay raise of $5 to $10 to $50 per game. So your partner, crew chief, is going to get $70. You are going to get $50. So you get a raise. Wow, that veteran umpire is encouraged to work with you to help educate you. Now, there might be times in a season where we have 350 rank umpires working with each other. If both umpires are ranked 350, both umpires are going to get $60 per game. So our budget is $120. If you're working with a veteran umpire, it's $350. Your veteran umpire is going to get $70, you get $50. If your partner is equal rank as you both are going to get $60. All right, now I want to get $60 every single game. I want select baseball, select softball, I want $60 every single game. That's where the 300 rank comes in. This is now you have to either be already a 300 rank umpire, as in completed an on-field training session this year, last year, previous year. You have to complete Ump App 101. So if you're coming to PSOA as a new umpire without any training, no nothing, and you don't want to invest any more than $50, you can't get up to this 300 rank because you don't have access to Ump App. So new umpires, never umpired before, join at 75, get that Ump App, complete Ump App all the way through Ump 101. You are now eligible for this 300 rank once you complete the on-field training. All right. Umpires who are coming back to PSWA, if you have already been working select games as a crew chief or umpire 1, you're going to start at 300 rank. All right, so you don't have to go through the whole process all over again. Rank 250. All right, these are the umpires that are going to be our veteran umpires to help out our rank 350s. All right, so that means you could be a crew chief, 8U through 14U, and you have registered high school, and you're just learning and moving up in high school. All right, so we're going to have you umpire 1 in high school. So your partner is going to mentor you, all while when you're working select baseball, you're going to mentor those new umpires. So you're right in the middle. You're doing both. You're being helped and you are helping. We should have the most growth in rank 250s this year because they're getting support from both ends. The more you give away is actually the more you actually learn and improve. While umpires with more experience and veteranship, they're giving you more skill sets to become better. All right. 250, high school ranked crew chief and all select slots. So these are varsity umpires. They have been observed by the NSAA. They have worked postseason high school games, Legion in high school, and they also want to work select baseball. These are our optimum. When they are working select baseball, we want them working with those 350 ranks, earning $70 per game while giving these new umpires foundation, support, and experience. If you're joining PSWA, you're like, Sean, I only want to work Iowa high school. I only want to work American Legion, NSAA. That's cool. We make your rank 150. You register with Iowa or NSAA or American Legion. Boom. You're only going to be asked to work high school level games. We have umpires who want to work college JV, college varsity, and work high school. All right, but they don't want to work select. That's cool. Register NAIA, register NCAA, register high school registration. You can make $65 to $270. 50 rank is for our summer college baseball. All right, so when we're working Independence League and the Mink League, hey, Sean, I'm going to join your group, but I only want to work college baseball during the summer. Awesome. We're going to rank you as 50, and you'll be on my team, and I'll only ask you to work college games. So that's our batting order. Ranking system and criteria. Won't go through it all, just really briefly. Again, 500, out of town. 400, you have the required uniform because everyone has to have that uniform. You completed the QR code Google form, and you're a new umpire, like never umpired before. You can now earn a 350 rank by completing the 2-hour on-field training. Once you complete the 2-hour on-field training, we now can get you on select games as umpire 1 with a veteran umpire for $50. I want to earn $60, Sean. Sweet. Complete Ump 101 in Ump App. So again, to earn more, you don't have to have great judgment. We believe in our education system. You get educated, the judgment comes with it. And that's how you get to earn more. 250. All right, so now you want to see more games. You want to be in a crew chief role. That is now when we go out or we get feedback, yes, this umpire does a nice job. They can be in control of a game, all while helping a partner. 200, you complete Iowa NSAA registration. 150, only one high school with that registration. 100, register NCAA NAIA. 50, summer college baseball. So here are the websites you could click by downloading the PowerPoint. NSAA is Nebraska Spring High School Baseball. IAHSAA is Iowa Summer Federation Baseball. USSSA. Why would I want to register USSSA Baseball All Sport? 2 reasons. In USSSA fast pitch softball, the certified umpires who register with USSSA get $10 more per game. For baseball, if you want to go to regional events, national events, work in January, work in February, work in December in Texas, Florida, California, you get access and opportunities to do that. So you register USSSA All Sport, you can now go to regionals and nationals. Nebraska American Legion Baseball, that is Summer Legion Baseball in Nebraska. So that is the registration website there. We have a relationship with Triple Crown. You do not have to register anything extra for Triple Crown. If you want to go to Arizona in March, you want to go to Colorado in July, Southern States August through February, communicate with me. I will get you in touch with the Triple Crown assigner, Jordan Cohen. Jordan Cohen helps assign Triple Crown events throughout the whole country, all throughout the year. So great opportunities and partnerships we have with multiple organizations. Next, building your schedule. All right, so coaches do this for you in baseball and softball as players. And that's the very first level for me, everybody on my team. I'm your coach. I am going to build your schedule. How do I build your schedule when it comes to college level, men's and high school level? I find the best available umpires for the best available games. So I'm asked all the time, Sean, who's your best umpires? What are you looking for? Are you looking for proximity? Are you looking for experience? Are you looking for communication? Are you looking for game management? Are you looking for supportive partner? Are you looking for best strike zone? I actually have feedback from my college staff, from the men's league, from different high schools of what they're looking for in an umpire, what coaches are looking for in an umpire, because I want to put the best available umpires in every different situation that's going to fit the situation where everyone's going to be successful. So if I have an umpire who is, shall we call, short-tempered, I don't want to place him with a short-tempered coach. If I could avoid that, I'm going to avoid that. Now, if I have an umpire who's a great communicator, great manager, and a great diffuser, now I want to put them with that quick-tempered coach. All right, just like if I was a parent picking an organization to go to, I know my personality of my child. I want a coach's personality to support the personality of my child. So I know it sounds crazy, but that is what all goes into my college and high school assignments. And the more adaptable you are, really makes you the better umpire that we have in our group. So adaptability is huge. Advantage, disadvantage, game situation, how are we handling coaches, players, partners. That's my best available for the best available games. The next level, how you as a player get to pick your schedule. So our team has 15,000 games. You now get to self-assign as you earn the rank of 350 to 200. So you completed on-field training. You completed Ump App 101. You now get to pick out of the 15,000 games which ones you want to work. Recreation. Okay, you have a 400 rank. You join PSOA, you got a uniform. You now can self-assign any rec game. So there's 900 baseball, 400. So that's 1,300 games you get to choose from. All right. So that is how you build your schedule within our team. And to help you with that, use your coach as well. So team assigners communication, your coach. Your coach is going to look at his team throughout the year on arbitersports.com availability. If somebody is open on their team and their rank fits that game, they're going to send you that game in Arbiter Sports. Then you're going to have to go in and accept it. The coach will call you. The coach will text you. The coach will email you when games are the next day or 2 days out. So we assign based on availability up to 2 weeks out. And then we call, text, and email when we're in crunch time. When we're in crunch time, we have to get direct communication. So team coaches will be reaching out to you. So remember, first step, you get to pick your game self-assign. Second step, your coach will be contacting you if you show available. The third step is umpire's motivation. So that's why this picture is here. We need team members, we need players, we need umpires that have the motivation to express when they can work. Every week I will send out an email, a little education, a little recognition, available games the remainder of the week. If you are available, please reply to that weekly email. As much as your assigner is going to call you, hey, are you available for this game? Call your assigner. Have the initiative to call your coach first. Do not be afraid of your coach. Coach and player, assigner and umpire, we are equal level. We have to work it with each other as peers to get your schedule filled with what you're looking for. And at last resort, you can't get a hold of your coach or your coach can't get a hold of you, email psoa@premiersportsofficials.com. That goes to all coaches, all assigners. Softball, assigning process, building your schedule softball. Corey Bremer will be emailing all softball umpires that register with PSOA team. These are the weekends that Fast Pitch Nebraska has tournaments. Some will be in Fremont, some will be in Columbus, majority will be in Omaha. The more weekends that you give Corey, the more weekends Corey will give you. You know, we want to reward the umpires/players on our team that commit to our team. Now, if you can only give Corey 3 weekends, and those 3 weekends are USSSA state tournaments, because those tournaments are huge, more than likely you're going to be working those USSSA state tournaments. Now, if we have a small weekend, we have to give opportunities to those team members, to those umpires who have been given Corey every weekend. We have to reward those umpires. Okay? So Corey will be in touch with you if he has not been in touch with you already, asking you for weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Did you want to work a half-day morning, half-day afternoon, evening? Did you only want to work Friday? As long as you communicate to Corey when you're available, he will add the games in Arbiter Sports based on the availability you give him. At any time, you could email Corey Bremer at bremer.psoa.softball@gmail.com. And of course, you could always email psoa@premiersportsofficials.com. I or another assigner/coach will forward it to Corey. Call, text him. 7. Statistics. Players love stats. Umpires love payments. Right? And the higher statistics you have, the happier you are. The higher payments you have, typically the happier you are. All right, so what we're going to ask all umpires to do, create an Arbiter Pay account, and we do that just like Venmo. You click on payments, you click on the logo, you enter your bank account routing number, bank account information, you enter a PIN, life is good. Okay, so if in Arbiter, which we'll get into, it has $60 game fee, $40 game fee, $45 game fee, $70 game fee, that means it is going to be paid by Arbiter Pay. PSOA, we collect umpire payments, we put them into the Arbiter Pay account directly. Every single day you work, you're going to enter the game score. We know you worked it. The very next day you get paid. Elkhorn Prime, all right, so Nebraska Prime, they have 10 days from their games to pay, because what they do, their process, the games get played, coaches confirm that the game was played, coaches confirm the umpire showed up, and then Elkhorn Prime will pay the umpire. Their process is a little bit different because they're not in the office doing daily work, where I am in the quote-unquote office every single day doing that daily work. Millard United, they pay on Mondays. Every Monday, they look through the schedule, They confirm, yes, all the games were played. Confirm, yes, all the umpires showed up. And boom, they pay all the games at once from the previous week on Mondays. If in Arbiter, your Arbiter Sports says 0, you are not doing the game for free. That means you are getting paid at the field. You have to be responsible with this. Number one, punctuality. Be in time. Be at the plate meeting 5 minutes prior. That is when the coaches are going to give you payment. Number two, do not wash your payment in the washer and dryer. PSOA cannot just bring up your payment all over again. So make sure you have it in a safe place so it doesn't fall out of your pants, it doesn't get soaked, and it doesn't get lost. So be responsible when you are choosing pay at the field. This is the rates for the 2024 contracts. Anything that's in gold is new and updated. So College JV 160, American Legion 70, 80, 70 because there's a time limit, 80 there's no time limit. Sioux City High School, freshman is 60 because they play 5 innings. It's 90-minute time limit, 5 innings. JV is 2-hour time limit, 80 is no time limit. Select baseball, one person 60. If you are ranked 350 with a veteran umpire, that will be 50. The 70 is for our veteran umpires working with their 350 umpire, and 13U, 14U solo is $70. Little League is 45. USSSA Select Softball, if certified, so you registered USSSA All Sport, it's $50. It's $40 if you're not certified. So I believe All Sport is $80. You work 8 games, you get that money back. Typically, you work more than 8 games for USSSA softball throughout a season. Rec Baseball 40, Rec Softball 35, Omaha Area Men's League is 90, 9 innings, and slow pitch softball will be 30. Unless they don't change their timing rules, then the pay rate will be 35. Bonus. So at the end of the year, players who perform at a high level, they hit 400, they got to an all-star game, they went to postseason play, they get a bonus in their contract. All right, so the purpose of us having this bonus structure is to encourage umpires to earn a higher rank through education, and then reward umpires who umpire games. So bonus structure number 1, new umpires, you go from $40 per game rec just by doing the on-field training to $50 select with a veteran umpire. By completing Ump App 101, you now go from $50 to $60 for the select baseball. So just by doing education, the more you learn, the more you earn. And then another thing throughout the season, there are tournaments that will be willing to pay more so they get higher level umpires. The coaches, the assigners, are going to be calling their top umpires on their team. And when we say top umpires, the highest ranked umpires on their team. And even if you're on games, they're going to say, hey, Sean, I know you're on 4 games at this tournament. This tournament is paying $65. This tournament is paying $70 per game. Do you want to work this tournament and earn more money? Leave it up to the umpire. Okay, so, but again, the ones who have the highest rank are going to get those opportunities first. At the end of the season, our incentive this year is game counts. So it's not referral, it's not self-assign. If you get assigned or you self-assign 100 games, you get additional $100 in Arbiter pay at the end of the year. If you get to 150 games, you're going to get $200. If you work 200 games, you're going to get a bonus of $400. And then if you work 300 games, you're going to get that 400 plus 200, so that's 600. I don't think I've ever had anybody work 400 games, but if you work 400 games, you're going to get the 400 for the 200 game bonus, and then you're going to get 200 for the additional 100, and then another 200. So that's $800 additional for that game counts. That does not count fall baseball. That is from when baseball and softball start in March all the way through the state tournaments in July. All right, so there are going to be a lot of umpires that work 100 games. There's going to be another handful that work 150. Last year, I think there was 8 umpires who made it to the 200 game count. Just know you have the access and ability to get to any a level of those counts as long as you communicate with your assigner and stay up to date on self-assign. All right, now we're going to get into our contract, arbitersports.com. As we go through arbitersports.com training, so we're experts, we're going to go over how to update your profile, picture, preferences, address, and why it's all important. Communication preferences, text, email, both. How to update blocks 14 days out so your coaches know your availability so they can send you games. How to confirm your schedule 48 hours prior. How to get to the education material. And if you have this PowerPoint downloaded, if you click how-to video or contract arbitersports.com, we have created a video on our YouTube channel of how to effectively use arbitersports.com as your sports official contract. So athletes have a contract, coaches have a contract. Arbitersports.com is our umpire contract. So I am logged into my account right now. So first, profile. You want to add a picture. A picture says 1,000 words. All right, so find a picture that's professional. Find a picture where people will recognize you. Partners who never work with you, they like to know what you look like. Coaches who you've never umpired for, they would like to know what you look like so they could help you get to the field. And there's a lot of reasons why it's good to be recognized of who you're working with and who you're working for. The next thing, phones. If you have not put in your carrier, you are not going to get text messages for communication purposes. So I have a Verizon carrier. I have to put in Verizon. When I input new umpires, new sports officials in Arbiter, I don't know what your cell phone carrier is. You have to go in and select your carrier so you get text messages. Why is that important? Because now when I go to preferences, I have game reminders. I have new games, new events such as our meetings and socials, a game change, site, time canceled, all important. When you've been unassigned from a game, an event reminder. I have that emailed to me and text message to me. So it is nearly impossible for me to not know something changed in my schedule. Location, time, canceled, partner who I'm working with. Because again, it benefits me to not have surprises. And we use Arbiter to communicate. Game reminder, date, time, location, partner, coach. Game change, canceled. I don't have to drive. Partner change. All right, I got to resend my communication with my partner. Meeting at this time. What color shirt? Where are we going to park? Again, prevent surprises to benefit us. If you are in multiple groups in Arbiter Sports, I strongly would suggest to allow your coaches to see your availability. Okay, so I share group name, I show level, site, time from my CBUA account to my PSOA account. Why? If a PSOA coach wants to see if I'm available for a game, but I have a game in another group, all right, I'm working CBUA at 6 o'clock at night. All right, I have this PSOA game available at 8 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Sean, I know you have a 6 o'clock game at night. Can you work this 8 o'clock in the morning game? Yes. All right, so the more information you share, the better off it is. All right, so like if you were to now see my college account, I share all of my college information with all of my college assigners because they are now going to be able to best utilize me, and they could call another assigner and say, hey, you have Sean at Concordia. I could get Sean at Nebraska. Can you release Sean off of Concordia so he could work at Nebraska? And what assigner would say no to that? That's what we want. We want our umpires to work in higher level games. But we can't make that call as an assigner unless you share that schedule with us. All right, so that's how you share. And if you do share all the game information. That way we could best utilize you. And when we do have higher level opportunities, we know who to call to ask for you to be released. Second part is blocks. Again, your coach is going to assign 14 days out based on your blocks. All right, so number one, you can block all day. So click the action, click the date. So January 13th now is red. So all of these groups, CBUA, MIAA, PSOA, HOA, they are all blocked. I am not available. Now all of a sudden my schedule changed. I could now clear that block. Boom. 13 is now white. White is saying I could work all day. And there are some people on here. You cleared a block. 5 minutes later, your coach called you. How did you know I was open? Because you cleared your blocks. That is how often these coaches are in Arbiter, constantly looking for team members available to umpire. So if you are a very good communicator and blocker, you're going to have more opportunities to umpire baseball and softball. Now let's say you can't work all day. So I'm going to now block part of the day. So Monday through Friday, I work from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So boom, I'm going to click Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2024. If I click apply, I have now blocked Monday through Friday, my business time, where I do not show open to umpire. One click of the button puts in all those blocks. When you are putting in those blocks, take into consideration travel. So if you get off of work at 5, we want you at game site at 5:30, and it's going to take you more than 30 minutes to travel to that game site. You want to now block yourself till 5:30. All right, because now that's going to mean I can't work a game that starts before 6 o'clock. If you change it to 6 o'clock, I cannot work a game that starts before 6:30. I'm going to block it till 6:30. I cannot work a game that starts before 7 o'clock. So Arbiter Sports takes into consideration travel. Okay, so when you are updating your blocks, number one, we ask officials, please update them as far out as you can, at least 14 days. Okay, and then last, if you're blocking part of a day, take into consideration a half-hour buffer of travel. So where is the travel from? The travel is from the address that you put in arbitersports.com. So this is my home address. So all my assignments take into consideration travel from my home to that game site. Make sure this is correct, because if I have the wrong zip code and all of a sudden I live 1,000 miles away, I'm not going to show available for games. All right, you want to have the correct address so the games show up as drivable and you could get there on time. This by far is going to be the most important thing for your coach. So when we say as a player you want to make your coach happy, you get more playing time. As an umpire, you want to make your assigner happy, keep these blocks updated, you're going to get more umpire time. The next thing is payments. All right, so I have my Arbiter Pay account set up. All right, so once you get into Arbiter Sports, you click payments, you're going to click the Arbiter Pay logo, and you are going to set up your account. So I have 2 accounts set up here, just like a Venmo, just like a PayPal, just like a Cash App. All right. To transfer money, do not forget your PIN. And then all you do is enter the amount you want to transfer and enter from that account to the bank account you want. Boom. It is going to be there the next day. That is as easy as we can make our payment system through Arbiter Pay. You set it up, we put money into your account, you transfer the money into your bank account, everybody wins. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Umpires who got paid through Arbiter Pay last year, your 1099s are available and are downloadable now. All right, so before you could just preview them, now you could download them. If you're watching this video after January 31st, last year's games are already gone. January 31st is the last day we're going to have 2023 schedule in Arbiter Sports. So please take time, download your schedule. Your 1099s will remain forever, but you have to download your schedule. Otherwise, for 2023, for tax purposes, it'll be gone. Next thing is schedules. All right, so I assigned myself to a game, April 4th, 2024, 7:30, Kelly Field, number 5. We ask officials, do not accept games unless you are 100% ready to work it. All right, where's Kelly Field? If I click Kelly Field, sweet, I get an address to Kelly Field. Where am I coming from? Work, home. I can see how long it takes me to travel. All right, so make sure when you're confirming the game, it is a game that you could travel to and get there with punctuality before the game time. All right, next thing. All right, Tigers Red. Do I have a conflict with Tigers Red coach? RJ, Travis, email, sweet. No conflict. Think they're awesome dudes. I want to umpire for them. I'm going to use their email to confirm with them or use their cell phone to text them to confirm the game after I accept it. Who's my partner? We do not allow umpires to view partner before they accept the game. Do I even have a partner? All right, so right now, select 10U is 1 umpire game unless it's a tournament. All right, so yes, I want to work by myself. I don't mind working for those coaches. That site works. That time works at 7:30. Sweet, I'm going to get paid Arbiter Pay, $60. So now I know I don't have to ask for payment at the plate meeting. It's going to come from Arbiter Pay. Tigers Red is a PSOA contract. It's going to come the next day. Awesome. Except I am not done. You have to go accept and then submit. So many umpires will click accept, forget to click submit. Then your coach texts you, hey, does that game April 4th, 7:30 at Kelly Field 5 work? Yeah, I accepted it. Nope. You clicked accept, but you did not click submit. And don't lie to a coach. If they text you, hey, does that game work? Oh, I didn't know I had a game. We as assigners know when you look at a game. When you log in, you click on schedule, you viewed the game. We try to give you 48 hours to accept or decline the game. That's the whole text message. All right, so when you look at the game, sometimes you don't know right away if you could work it. You have to talk to your boss. You have to talk to your spouse. That's okay. Within 48 hours, though, out of professionalism, accept or decline the contract. Now, if you decline it, so I'm going to go decline, submit. A box comes up as the reason for decline. Please be honest. If it's a location, if it's a conflict, if it's I forgot to update blocks, I apologize. Please do that. Because if you say the game time doesn't work, I could work a 6 o'clock game. The game location doesn't work, I could work in Papillion. We now as coaches can now look for other open slots or switch umpires. So don't just say none. That doesn't help us. Help your team, help our team, let us know what you can do because we can then make adjustments for the betterment of everybody. All right, so I'll just put saving for 14U with new umpire. All right, so now my coach is going to get that message. So now I'm going to be super happy with that decline. They don't want to work a 10U game by themselves. They want to work a 13U, 14U game with a newer umpire. Thank you very much, Sean. I'm going to go into Arbiter Sports, take a look at games on April 4th, and find you a game that benefits you, what you're looking for, also benefits the team of what the team could best utilize you on that day. So very powerful tool with communication. You communicate to coaches and partners what you look like. You communicate to Arbiter where you live for travel, and you communicate via text message, email of how you want to get information, and from group to group so assigners could best utilize you. You communicate to your coach when you're available, when you want to umpire. Self-assign. Based on your availability that you get to do, when you click schedule and then self-assign, the available games are going to pop up in order in which they are open. All right, so based on my rank, based on my availability, a screen is going to pop up with a bunch of games that I am available to work. I believe the first 100 games is what pops up. If you're like, oh, I can't work these 100 games, you have to go back into your schedule, block those days, because now the next available day that you show available are going to pop up for self-assign. The last thing with the self-assign I'm going to explain to you is that word go is golden. There is no accept, submit. You click the word go once this self-assign list comes up. That means you have signed that contract to work that game. You are the starting pitcher for that game. So a game always needs 2 starting pitchers, needs 2 starting catchers, needs a batter. They need umpires. So based on my availability in Arbiter Sports, February 4th, I could work these basketball games. $0, that means I'm getting paid at the site. My first baseball games that I show available for, March 26, 5:30, yard 4, $55. I have not updated those payments. All payments at 55 are going to be changed to 60. When it comes to the daily payments, if your rank does not earn the 60, but it earns a 50 with a veteran umpire, I have to go in hand by hand to change that. So all of a sudden, if it goes 60 to 50, when you do get paid, that's what happened. But this word go means you are on the game. Double check date time works for you. Double check the site works for you before you click go. All right, so this is the power of self-assign. All right, the first 100 day or the next 100 games that show up as available for me is what pops up. If I'm not open February 4th, I go to blocks, I block it, boom. I'm going to see now more games at the bottom of this page. Only the next 100 show up. The last part of Arbiter Sports experts, lists. This is where our education is. So when you go lists and forms, all of our education for baseball, our 2024 preseason umpire meeting that you're watching right now is right there. Baseball 101 quiz, all this basketball, all this football, all this softball. All this education is in there for you to succeed. Do we expect you to download everything and memorize everything? No, but it's there for you to go to if you need that support, if you need that foundation. If your doubleheader gets canceled and you still want to utilize the time to become a better umpire, boom, you have Ump App, you have Arbiter Sports list forms, and life is great. So now we're Arbiter Sports experts. So when you're out at games and your partner says, hey, how'd you do that? How'd you get there? You could log into Arbiter Sports. They could log into Arbiter Sports, and you can go step-by-step process. And again, you could always go to this how-to video in our YouTube channel to learn how to even use it even more powerfully. Number 9, advancement in the system. So baseball terminology, short season A, long season A, double A, triple A, Major League Baseball. We have that in our advancement system. All right, so yes, rec, uniform, on-field training, Ump App, select. Select with veteran support. Veteran says this umpire could work higher level, select. Sweet. Register NSAA, you're part of the NSAA, sweet. I'm high school umpire, I want to work postseason, Sean. I want to work state tournament, Sean. Guess what? If you update your high school schedule in the NSAA account, I myself, an observer, do 2 things. 1, I help give you information of what you need to improve on to be eligible for state. Or number 2, yes, this umpire is eligible for state. NSAA, I recommend this umpire for state tournament baseball. Sweet. Now I want to work college, Sean. Excellent. Here's our clinics. We have 1 in June. We have 1 in the fall. 2-person, 3-person, 4-person. 2-person is NAI and JUCO. 3-person is Division II. 4-person is Division I. We want umpires learning those systems. You do well in those clinics, you get hired in the GPAC Athletic Conference. Myself, baseball, Jim Bewley, softball. Your postseason tournament umpire for GPAC. Sweet. Baseball, I'm a regional assigner. Jim Bewley works Division II baseball. He's going to pass on your name to the NSIC. I want to work all college. Sweet. Between 6 other Midwest college assigners, I could call Matt Moore, Andrew Fulton, Sean Bolte, Dan Key, say, guys, this umpire can work college baseball. Here's his contact information. Now it's up to you to communicate who you're working for and on what day. Summer, I want to do this all year round, Sean. Sweet. Independence Mink League College Baseball, end of May through the beginning of August. You could work college baseball every single day for $150 to $175. We have the same advancement system just like professional baseball umpires have. All right, so communicate that to myself. You'll definitely be put on my team and in our program. As we finish this preseason umpire meeting, all right, I'd like to thank everybody for taking time out, getting the team information, getting the team culture. I hope you want to join the team. I hope you want to participate in the team to the full capacity and be a true team player. Join the team, look great in uniform, attend practices, improve at those practices, practice on your own with Ump App. Get your individual instructor with our Monday meetings. Build your schedule that makes you successful. Don't work level of games that you're not ready for. Don't work the amount of games that you're going to burn yourself out. Find that balance of life, family, religion, work, umpiring, that they complement each other. We have about another month to get ready for March 6th, self-assign. If you're watching this video after March 6th, self-assign will be open to you when you complete the QR code, when you complete the on-field training, either 2 hours or with a veteran umpire. That is when your self-assign opens. If you're an umpire coming from out of town, what you do is you email me your available dates. I'm going to get you on games. Thank you for taking time out today. Use this QR code to register. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and please share this information with anybody that shows any interest in becoming an umpire or sports official. If they have access to the information, that gives them the ability to say yes or no. If they've never been given access to this information, we will never know if that answer is yes or no. Thank you for taking time out with PSOA. Umpires, officials, this is my call sign. Remember, You're only as good as your last call.